Hello and welcome to Equipping the People of God Ministry, also known as EPG Ministry. I just wanted to take this time once again to thank you all for the likes, the shares, the comments, and the following of our Equipping the People of God Ministry Facebook page, and also the likes, the shares, the comments, the following, and the subscribing of our EPG Ministry YouTube channel. Today I just wanted to talk to you all briefly, and for today's title I want to use There's Peace in Prayer. And for today's session, I want to use the book of Philippians, the 4th chapter, coming out of the 6th verse, the King James Version. And it reads as so: Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And what Paul is telling us here in this letter, this is a letter that Paul wrote to the Philippian church. There were so many things going on in the church, and the members and the believers were starting to get discouraged. It was starting to separate the body of Christ. They didn't know which direction to go, so they were seeking guidance from Paul. And at this point in time, Paul himself was up under house arrest by the Roman Empire. So Paul just wrote this letter once again to the Philippian church to just give them words of encouragement. And although Paul wrote this letter to the Philippian church, this principle still applies to all believers in the here and now. When we have problems and worries and concerns in our lives, we tend to forget about prayer. Then when we do pray, we feel sometimes that the only hope is for God to grant our specific requests and change the situation. And God may very well do that. However, God has the power to do it, but is not limited to that specific request. God does not promise to change every situation to our liking in our lives. However, He does promise peace during these times. In other words, God may not change the circumstances, but He will give us a change in disposition towards the circumstances so that we may have inner peace. So I just want to encourage us all today that when we're going through, number one, don't forget to pray. And when we do pray, trust God that God knows what's best for us and how to handle the situation. Even though He may not grant our specific prayers to our liking, He still promises us inner peace. And with the inner peace, we'll be able to move forward and come out of these trials and tribulations and these things that's having us with concern and worries. So I pray today message has blessed you all as it has blessed me. Once again, I pray today finds you all in good spirits, high hopes, and as always being blessed. I want to thank you all for tuning in to Equipping the People of God Ministry, also known as EPG Ministry. And above all, remember to always stay and be blessed.